And Adam, you're no longer technically a freshman. How's that feel? What'd you learn?
I guess we probably should have plugged the Fab Five too. So out of our Democratic caucus of 19, 5 of us are new. Adam and I being 2 of them. Adrielle won a special election, so she's 0.5. So we're 5.5 of our, but we call ourselves the Fab Five. So we've got 1 out of Louisville, Joshua Watkins, who's fabulous, and Matt Lehman out of Northern Kentucky, and Erica Hancock out of Frankfurt. So it's been fun to learn with this crew and get some good things going on. So.
All right, tell me your name, if you know what district you're in, and your question.
I can look my district up.
You're fine, quick, you're fine.
If you just
Tell us where you're from, more like what area.
I'm from, okay. I'm from the neighborhood right down Tate's Creek. It's pretty close to Lansdowne. All right, good.
It's one of us.
It's one of us.
Been on which side of the street?
And so I believe my name is Joshua Greene. I guess I'm your constituent. And I missed the very introduction. Sorry, I was going to the farmer's market. Intersecting schedules, y'all understand. So I guess that I have a question about a place where national and local and state politics kind of intersect. Did anyone in this room vote for Kentucky Senate Joint Resolution 55? It is an act relating to or regarding anti-Semitism on college campuses. So, are you aware that right now that is being used as a pretext to expel students who have taken part in protests that are found to not be acceptable by the power structure, and they are expelled, and because they are expelled, they lose their student visas, and because they lose their student visas, they can now be rounded up by ICE, like Mohammed Khalil, and sent to detention camps in Louisiana, like Mohammed Khalil and also the woman from Tufts. Is there any language in the resolution you voted for to make sure that won't happen to these students from Kentucky?
Thank you, Josh, for that question. What he's talking about from what ICE is doing is unacceptable, especially when you have people who are here lawfully having their status revoked and then now flying to Salvadorian prisons, and now the government saying that this is under an administrative error and they can't even get them back. That is totally unacceptable. The Senate Joint Resolution 55 has nothing to do with ICE or Homeland Security. Is to try to prohibit overt anti-Semitic acts against Jewish populations in our universities. My wife's Jewish. We raise our son at Temple as well here in Lexington. Jews make up roughly 2 to 2.5% of the American population. For religious-based hate crimes, they make up 50% of the victims of religious-based hate crimes in the United States. SJR 55 is not perfect, and I understand that. Any step to shine a spotlight on the overt anti-Semitism and the violence it's doing to America's Jewish community, we need to consider steps forward against that. And I think that any person should feel safe on our campuses in Kentucky. That includes our Jewish students. And I've been made aware that many of them do not feel safe due to some actions. And again, I'm not trying to tell you that I don't want to blow smoke up your bum saying that SJR 55 was perfect, but it is important to me that we do take a bold stance to say that anti-Semitism is not okay in Kentucky.
Right.
All right, we took the, yes, go ahead.
Just very briefly, and I'll say this is, the Jewish woman sitting on the stage right now. And for the record, I did not take a vote on that bill. I actually walked off the floor. I had spoken with the executive director of the Jewish Federation of Bluegrass just to let her know my position on the bill. I took no position, or the resolution. I took no position, but I had problems with parts of it, but also who was sponsoring and how that was happening. So that was not a bill that I was, a resolution that I was willing to take a position on. I have a lot of personal feelings about that and about how I feel like sometimes the issues in the Middle East are being weaponized against by the rest of the world, but specifically I think here in America against one group or another. So for transparency, I walked off the floor. I did not vote on that resolution.
Thank you. We'll put Representative Brown, if you would introduce yourself, 60 seconds or less.